Hi, everyone. My name is Carly Craft, and this is my future for the next 2 to 5 years. Okay, touching on some relevant professional organizations. The first one that stood out to me was the National Association for the Education of Young Children. Their goal here is to promote high quality learning through connecting practice, policy, and research. I just think it's so important to blend these three things together in order to make the best educational decisions. Research should be involved, creating policies that are research based is important to me, and then developing those practices all in relation to these other two things is key. I really aligned with their collective vision that all young children thrive and learn in a society dedicated to ensuring they reach their full potential. This is so important to me. I think that we really need to view our students from a holistic manner, hone in on their strengths, and make sure that they can reach the potential that they are possible of, or they can attain. All right, moving on, the Association for Childhood Education International. I was drawn to this organization because I had the um, benefit of teaching abroad in Spain for a year, which I just absolutely adored. This focuses on developing and amplifying solutions that lead to a positive change in pre-primary and primary age children's learning and lives. I was really focused on younger students when I was looking for organizations to join because that's where my heart is. I think that children are our hope for the future, and these younger children are where we can change the ways that we have gone wrong already. So finding organizations that really want to focus on things like well-being, innovation, leadership, and learning is really important to me. Finally, my last professional organization was the American Federation of Teachers. This would be something that I would join if I were to enter the world of public education. I'm currently at an independent school, so it's not something that I could join right now. But what stood out to me was that John Dewey and Albert Einstein were both members of the American Federation of Teachers. It's really cool that so many of our educational theories are based off of John Dewey and that he was a part of this organization. It's just something that really stood out to me. Moving on to major scholarly journals, the first that I want to touch on is the Early Childhood Education Journal. It's important for me to focus on my children from, what happened before they came to school, what's happening from birth to age 8 now that they are in second grade. And this journal focuses on those ages. It also really touches on the topics of social, physical, emotional, and intellectual development. Social development is something that I'm super interested, so I wanted to zone in on that. The elementary school journal is another one that stood out to me. What I liked about this one is that it blends child development, cognitive psychology, and sociology in relation to school learning and teaching. I was a psychology major along with an early elementary education major in college, so finding ways to blend all of those different topics is super interesting. This journal also covers the latest research, which I think is important to hone in on. Some potential career opportunities for me. I would love to become a mentor teacher one day, whether that's at a public, private, or charter school. I'm not sure. So maybe I explore some different avenues. The first job that I found online was a public school teacher. It would be different from what I'm doing now. I also think I could be interested in entering the realm of special education. So I looked at a job opening there as well. And something that is near and dear to my heart is that I have been able to coach soccer for the past few years at my current school. So finding a full-time, not necessarily full-time, but maybe a head soccer coach position that I could possibly juggle with soccer or with teaching would be amazing. Finally, I think that as a teacher, you have to be a leader, but you also have to always want to be a learner. These are two things that really are important. As teachers, we lead classrooms every day, but it's not only about being a leader in our classroom, it's also about being a leader in your team and at your school and helping parents find different avenues for their kids to go down. So I think no matter what age you are, you can always be a leader and you can always be a learner and really find ways to create the best educational opportunities. Thank you for listening.